All right, man. Woo! What's happening, everybody? How are you? Happy Humpday. And I mean Wednesday. Wednesday. Yeah, man. Went back to the Zakk Wylde model, and there's a reason for that. Let me check the chat box. I haven't checked it. Hang on just one second. I don't mean to be rude. Mark Taylor. Oh, boy. Brintsy Rocks. Brintsy Rocks. Mr. Larry Riker. Adam Scheinberg is in the house. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. So, all right. And Adam, I've already got yours figured out, man. Your little theme song. So... This is for Adam. This is Adam's little theme song. Here it goes. Let me try it again. There you go, Adam. That one's you, man. There you go, Adam. Yeah, man. There you go. Anyway, we're sporting the Zakk Wylde. Of course, it's a Epiphone. Thank you, Brent C. Rocks. It's I love this guitar, and I said, man, I gotta take this guitar out and mess with it, man. I was watching a lot of stuff last night about Zakk Wylde, believe it or not. That son of a gun, man, dang, he can kill it, boy. I was like, what? You know, of course, it was back when he was still, drinking and stuff, but he was just freaking amazing. He was backstage, just like he has a unorthodox picking. The way his picking hand is, it's like kind of curved under. And I noticed the palm of his hand doesn't even touch the strings. And I'm like, how's he doing that without any string noise? Like, how's he doing that? I don't know, Eddie would do the same thing, except he would like kind of curl it and pivot the wrist, and his, you'd see and his hand wouldn't be touching, nothing. He'd just flying free right there. And I was like, how is he doing that without, I can't do it. I gotta have my palm down and control it. That's how I have to do it. But those guys, they just have their own way. Yeah, Space Ace. Space Ace. The original. Right? Damn right. Let's check the box, shall we? Yes, Adam. That is correct. Every time Every time you show up in the chat box, if I have a guitar and I'm plugged in and I'm playing, that's you. So I thought about that last night. Or yesterday. Thank you, Brent. Yeah, I am today I'm currently not going through the cube. Not currently today. Uh Changed up. Why are we getting some buzzing here? I have no idea. It might be my jack or something. The RP1000, Digitech RP1000 is what I'm going through right now. It's a preset called Flange-tastic that was in there. And here's why. You'll see. It's got that real heavy flange to it, so it's okay every once in a while, a little here and there. Adam says, cool. Yeah, man. Brent C. Rock says, nice. Yes. So I was watching a bunch of Zakk Wylde stuff last night, man. And I did not realize that his Black Label Society, his club or whatever, I'm not really sure what you'd want to call it. I guess his club, fan club, whatever he calls it, the family, is all over the world, man. I was like, holy smokes, Sinner. There's Sinner, man. How you doing, Sinner? And talk about BLS, Black Label Society, here for a second, Sinner. He's Zakk. That stuff is all over the place, man. I was watching some stuff last night. It was probably the footage I was watching was probably a good, I don't know, 8 years old or so. Brinchy Rock says Zakk Wylde is a madman on the guitar. What the F? Yeah, he is. He's unbelievable, man. I was just like, golly, man. So that's why I had to get the Zakk Wylde out today. I said, man, I got to play it. It was just watching him play was just like, it makes you want to play. Thank you for the thumbs ups too, by the way. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, that really helps the channel tremendously. So watching Zakk Wylde, he's performing in all these other countries and stuff, right? Hey, Mr. Ennis, how are you, sir? And he's backstage just ripping, he's doing some Eddie Van Halen stuff too, man, like Spanish Fly and just all kind of stuff. And he was doing it like it was, of course, it's Zakk Wylde, so it's for him, it's nothing. I was like, God Almighty, man. So it was fantastic watching that, and I came across. Now I don't know if y'all know this. I came across a movie. It's more like a B movie, and it's called Bones. 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 And Zakk Wylde is in that movie. Did y'all know that? I had no clue he was in a movie. Like I said, this is more for like a B. You can tell it's a B movie because there's nobody in there that unless you're a guitar player. You'll recognize Zakk Wylde. He's the only one you'll recognize. Everybody else is kind of like, huh? I don't know if anybody sell it or not. If you're curious, look it up on YouTube. It's called Bones, and I think the title that came up for me, it said Zakk Wylde movie, is what it. But the name of the movie is Bones, and I think the gist of the movie is, it's pretty cool because he's just Zakk Wylde. He's still got the leather arm wraps on. He's drinking what is that, Heineken and Rolling Rock and all this stuff. So it's still when he was drinking. And he supposedly, I think it's his little brother that he's raising. and his little brother's like 13, 14 years old, and he gets in some trouble, stuff like that. And but every time it shows Zakk at the house waiting on his little brother to get home, they're like in the hood. Zakk sitting on the front porch, just just whatever. I mean, of course, he's not plugged in. He's just, he's just freaking going off on a guitar that's not even plugged in. He's just doing all this stuff. I was like, holy crap, And his little brother gets there, and hey, Mr. Enders, hey man, how you doing? Yes, Center. That's right. He was in Rockstar. Yeah, he played the guitar player in Rockstar. Yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that. That was a major movie. This here, you can tell it was like a B movie. But his little brother comes in with this girl that's like, I don't know, a few years older than him, and he looks at his little brother and goes, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, this is, I don't know, Jessica or whatever her name was. We're just going to hang out and listen to music." He's like, "All right, cool. There's beer in the fridge." His brother's like 13, 14, and I was like, Zakk, man, what? But I think his name in the movie was Jed. I think that was his name. And it was funny because they walked inside, and Zakk had a stereo system with vinyl, and he had posters on the wall. Had an old Van Halen poster that I've never seen before. It had to be from their first tour. I'm guessing it had Dave something, in a motion shot, like he's turning and looking at Eddie, and Eddie was playing a white Les Paul. I was like, I've never seen that poster. I've never seen that. And I was like, that's from the early days. That's from '78 right there. And then he had other little posters on the wall, and come to find out, he says he's he tells his little brother, or his little brother says, because their parents died or whatever. From, I think their mom was like uh, a heroin user, addict. Um, and so it's funny how they incorporated this into the movie. There's no need in watching it now if I'm going to tell you anyway. So, but I won't tell you all of it. But it's funny how the little brother finds out that his older brother Zakk had a shot at the big time, but he gave it up to raise him. And his little brother says, "You gave up everything just to raise me." And Zack's like, that's family's more important. And but Zakk, it doesn't like, it's not like Zakk goes into character mode. He's just Zakk Wylde. There's like no change, and it's it's funny. It's cool, but it's funny at the same time. I thought it was pretty awesome. And so he says, Zakk tells his little brother, he goes, "Yeah, I had a chance to audition for Ozzy. I sent some demo tapes and all this stuff in there, but whatever happened. The guy from California was pretty good. He got it." It's like, wow. So it's pretty good. It's called Bones. Look it up on YouTube. I won't tell you nothing else about it. There's a whole lot more that went on in it, but that's just a basic premise, right? Yeah, it's a wild movie. Zakk Wylde. A wild production. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Brent said he seen Zakk do Eruption and he killed it. Oh man, he can do anything, man. It doesn't matter. He just destroys it. And wow. And I also watched what was it? All this is on YouTube. That's all I watch is YouTube, right? And it was the roast of Zakk Wylde at the House of Blues somewhere. I guess it was in L.A. or something. I don't know. And those roast, man, it was like Presented by Guitar World, the roast of Zakk Wylde. I mean, it was okay, but it just, you could tell there wasn't that many people there. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just like, I don't know that. You know how they started roasting everybody all the time? It just got out of hand. I was like, man, this is, it's not really that funny. What was her name? Sharon Osbourne was the head roaster, and then you got all these other people that come up and talk smack about Zakk and make fun of him and all this other stuff, and they make fun of the other people that are there, the other roasters and stuff. It was wild. But Zakk had a great sense of humor, man. It was cool to see him laughing, laughing his ass off at people poking fun at him. I thought that was awesome. So it's pretty cool. I was like, man, I ain't never seen that before. So I don't know how old that was. I don't know. He was already sober, so it couldn't have been too long ago because they were congratulating him on his sobriety. So that's good. It was when Gus G was the guitar player for Ozzy, which that didn't really go nowhere, did it? Now Zakk's back with him. Thank God. Nothing against Gus G at all, man. He's nothing. I'm not saying nothing bad. It just didn't seem right to me. When Zakk was let go or whatever, I think he was let go from Ozzy. I believe he was let go from there. I don't think that he left on his own accord. Wasn't it? Didn't Ozzy let him go because it was maybe his drinking, and plus he said that every song he was writing was sounding like Southern rock or something? Was it something like that? Yeah, Brent says Zakk Wylde's just crazy. I love watching his interviews. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure why he was let go, but hey, Jim Guidry, what's up, man? What's up? What is what's up? Huh? I don't know. What's up? Jim Guidry is in the house. Mr. Riker says Ozzy let Zakk go because of his drinking. Now, ain't that something? The Ozzy Osbourne, the man who's been more inebriated than anybody, lets you go because you have a drinking problem. That's, what does that say? Wow, man, golly. So, but yeah, whatever. I was just, man. So I'm glad he's back with him, man. It's just, I don't know. I'm just glad he's back with him. Yes, Mark Taylor says that's the pot calling the kettle black. You ain't kidding, man. Larry Riker says the irony. Mr. Simon Williams, how are you, sir? How are you? Yes, evening, everyone, Mr. Williams says. Yeah, so, what, let me ask y'all this, because I don't, again, I don't know. This is just something I heard through the social media, just like everybody else. Good deal, Mr. Williams. I'm glad you're doing well, sir. Welcome. Um, did I'm going to ask y'all, maybe Center or anybody, maybe anybody would know. Did Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne, are they getting a divorce or are they separated? I mean, I read that something went down between them. If this is true, I don't know. I don't have nothing to back this up. That's just something. I don't know if that's a rumor or what. And I was like, well, why would Ozzy cheat on Sharon? I mean, I mean, what? I mean, I don't know. It's just what I thought I heard. And I was like, man, if that's the case, if that's true, holy crap, that's going to be ugly. Mike Morrison is in the house. Thank you, Mr. Morrison. According to Mike Morrison, he says that Ozzy had an affair with his hairstylist. Wow. Simon Williams says they're back together. It's something of a soap opera. Oh, wow. Really? Hang on. Mark Taylor chimes in and says Sharon caught Ozzy having an affair with his hairstylist, so she walked in. I did not have relations with that woman. I mean, it's old boy, you know. Holy crap! So yeah, man, golly, man, that's pretty bad. And I think that and I'm not poking fun at anything. So please, nobody take it. I believe Ozzy's son has because you remember when the Osbournes was on TV, man. Remember that, Mr. Collins? How are you, sir? How are you? After that show was on for a while and it went off, doesn't Ozzy's son have like a condition that he's trying to battle? Was it Parkinson's or MS or something? He's got something. I was like, oh my God. Something to that effect. I could be wrong. Mark Taylor says Jack Osbourne has MS. Yes, and he says that what Ozzy can get away with anything. He could just say, "I thought it was you, Sharon." Oh my God! Wow, man, I was just like, wow, man. Whew. I don't know. That's what I thought I heard. I was just wanting to see if y'all, heard the same thing or what. I was like, oh man, that's not good. Wow, man. Mike Morrison has a question. Joe, what are you using for amp and effects today? Right now, of course, I'm not using the Q, which I have been for quite some time. Take two. I'm using the Digitech RP1000, the guitar effects processor that sits on the floor. It's got all the different buttons you press with your foot. Going straight into my recorder right here, out of that into my phone, and plus I have the mic going through so I'm using the recorder as a mixer right now so I can have the levels, and then out of that into my phone. That's it. So technically the amp that I'm using is whatever the amp model is in the effects unit. I'm not technically going through an amp. It's just the effects unit itself, my friend. That's what it is. And so you can have that right there, and then you can change the whole sound with a push of a button. All right, you see what I'm saying? Now let's see what this. I don't know what this is going to sound like. It's weird, man. Let's try another one. This is supposed to be a bass guitar effect, is what this is supposed to be right here. So that's a like a bass guitar effect. So it's got all kind of cool effects. Now I should be back to where I was at. Yeah, we kind of dropped there for a minute. I don't know. Who knows? This is the Joe Woods Project TV, man. Anything is bound to happen here. This is going to work against me. Okay, so are we back? We got the people back. There we go. Man, we lost some people. That's what I hate about when things drop. It's like nothing I can do, man. Oh, Mike Morrison, you bought one as well? Oh, man, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Yeah, I love the tones as well, man. Yeah, there's a bunch of presets on here, but if you play around with it with the unit, look at the book or whatever, you can make your own and save them and title them whatever you want. I got a few that says like, Joe's tone or Joe solo or whatever, just, you know what I mean? So it's really cool. So, man, I didn't know you got one. That is awesome. That's fantastic. I about said that is correct. I was like, what? Anyway, that's fantastic, man. That's awesome, Mr. Morrison. And you will enjoy it. Now, the only thing that I'm not crazy about is the expression pedal on the side, which can be used for a volume and a wah. That's the only thing I don't care about. I just use my Vox wah, and I go in front of the unit. You see what I'm saying? Because that expression pedal that's on there, you just barely move it. It engages it. Then you barely move it, and you're like, okay, let me do the wah effect. And when you're doing that, it goes back off and turns into a volume pedal. And I was like, what? I don't like that. It's too sensitive is what I'm trying to say. It's just too touch sensitive. So I don't even use that. For me, I've seen a lot of people use it, and I have done it before, but it's like you can't go down all the way on the wah because it's going to disengage it. Like with a regular authentic wah, you hear that button click. This doesn't have that, So so I just use a regular wah, I go in front of the amp with that. So yeah, I just use my wah in front. Brincy Rock says his Black Star will do that too. Wow. Mr. Collins says, what kind of mixer? It's a multi-track recorder. It's the Zoom R8. And I believe they still sell them. I've had this for quite some time, I've had this for probably 5 years. It's the Zoom R8 is what it is. Yeah. Simon Williams says, what are you using for a computer interface? Again, I'm going through my smartphone, so I'm using the iRig 2. The iRig 2. So that's what I'm using to get this, to get this sound where the audio and everything is perfect, So there you go. It's if you're not familiar with it, just Google iRig 2. It's all over the internet, on how to do it, Mike Morrison says, when I heard those tones you were playing, I had to get one. Yeah, I don't know how much the RP1000 goes for now. I've had this for, man, how long have I had this? About maybe close to 2 years, maybe. I know it's been over a year. Has to be. But yeah, when I got that, I was very impressed with it. I like that new one. What is that? If Center's in here, he might know. What's that new one that is getting a lot of attention? What, the Helion or Hexacon or something? Jim Guidry knows what I'm talking about too. I'd love to get that, but it looks very advanced. It's got all this touchscreen stuff on it, and I mean, I'm not, I'm like, I don't know, man. Plus, that thing is very expensive. Brincy Rock says he, okay, a 1982 Morley for a while. Wow, really? That's cool. There's Jim Guidry. He's still here. Jim, remember that new Helicon or Hexacon? I know we dropped a little bit ago, folks. I'm sorry. Jim Guidry, how much does that thing go for? That Helicon? We've talked about it in a podcast one time. What was that? Isn't it like $1,400 or something? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Oh, okay, Mike Morrison. You got your RP1000 used for that. Well, that's great, man. Hey, that's cool. As long as it works. Hey, there's Jay708. What's up, man? How are you doing, sir? Nice to see you in the house. Thank you. Make sure everything's still, you know what I mean? Jim says he thinks that Helicon or Hexacon, whatever that new effect is, like 1,400, I believe. Jim Guidry. Okay, Jay. Thank you, Jay, man. I appreciate it. Hey, man. I'm what you call a wannabe. A wannabe, man. I'm just a blue collar, driving down your way every night, man, trying to make deliveries, and this is the only time I can really practice. Lord knows I need it. But thank you for jumping in, man. Mike Morrison says he'll be right back. We'll be right back after this brief message on WJOE. And now we're back. It's more like this man's crazy. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Mr. Williams. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so yeah, well, yeah, so if that's true about Ozzy, and Sharon or whatever, man, golly, can you imagine? Because it'll never be the way it used to be. How old is Ozzy now anyway? I mean, isn't he like knocking on the door at 70? Or, I don't know. I've never checked his age, but nothing. I mean, you can't deny his music and his talent, but man, if he really did have something going on with his hairstylist, oh my gosh. And Sharon found out about that, because Sharon, man, you don't want to piss her off. She's got too many irons in the fire with the music business and everything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised she didn't do something else if she caught him in the act, if that's true. I'm surprised Ozzy's still even here. If you want to know my honest opinion, man. Holy crap. Thank you, Mark Taylor. He says Ozzy is 68. So, yeah, there we go. Wow, man. Dang. Ozzy 68. Sammy is about to be 70, and very soon, in just a matter of weeks, 10/13. Remember that, Jimbo. 10/13. Yes. Sammy's going to be 70. What that, man? I don't know. I was sitting there this morning. Actually, my wife had me some breakfast. I was like, wow, she got up early, and I think she had to go get some prescriptions or something. She got up early. She's laying down right now. Thank God for headphones and going direct, right? Because, man, I don't want to. I don't want to get in trouble, you know. But I saw that, it's all over YouTube. It says the Van Halen, the incident on Jimmy Kimmel where they were going live and David Lee Roth was spinning the mic stand, and because I didn't never know how he got hurt, where he messed his nose up. That's how it happened, and it showed it. He's sitting there spinning that mic stand like he's done a million times, and he somehow hit himself in the nose. But I didn't even know he must have just grazed it good, because you didn't see him back up or nothing. He just kept on doing his thing, and he kept wiping his nose. And it had at the bottom, Dave just hit himself here. He doesn't realize the amount of blood that he's, I was like, look, I said, good God. So it was showing that, but I was like, wow, what a great way to make an appearance on national TV. It's like, I know he didn't mean to, but it was like, man, that had to hurt, Jim, you talking about me? Is this the same? Yeah, the Zoom R8, Jimbo? Yeah, it's the same one I've had, man, for all this time, yeah. It's 7/8. He says that was so hilarious. Dave is such a goof. Yeah. I kind of felt bad, man. I was like, I was like, oh crap, I was like, man, that's not good, but at the same time, it made me think, see, we're only human, man. Like, I'll sit here and I'm trying to play, and I got mistakes all over the place, I'm just flubbing up everywhere. I'm like, oh, well, this isn't Star Licks. This is Crap Licks, is what this is. Johnny, Johnny Bean, with that title of your video, I was expecting to see something else. No, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. 7/8. Jay says, I felt bad for the band. You can tell Eddie was annoyed. Yeah, you could, man. I was like, man. Oh, okay, Johnny saw it live on Periscope, thanks to some dude that was there. Yeah. I just happened to. I was watching YouTube on my TV in there. My wife got me a gravy biscuit and a steak biscuit from Bojangles, and I was looking at that, and how you go on your YouTube and it says recommended, and it shows of course what you've been watching in it, and it said the Van Halen Jimmy Kimmel incident or whatever, and that's what I was watching. I didn't watch all of it. I watched some of it, and I was like, wow, man, that's sad. That's sad. Anyway, 10/13, Sammy will be 70. He's going to be right up the road here in an hour, 10, hour and 15 minutes away. In the next couple of weeks, he'll be at Harris, Cherokee, North Carolina. Oh, man, I wish I could go. The Circle is performing. And that would be very, very cool to go see, but I don't see that happening. Uh, my wife had a procedure done yesterday, and then here in the coming weeks, within a couple of weeks or so, she's going to have a major operation. So we're not going anywhere. We're just sticking around here, and then I'll be taking a couple of days off of work, helping her, so we can try to get her back on track. 708 says, I wish the circle was playing closer to me. Yeah, man, they're coming here, like I said, and the tickets weren't that bad, man. I believe the tickets were, Jay, I want to say the tickets were like, oh man, like 80 or $90. It wasn't bad. Okay, Johnny says he had some friends that were with him in the or at the audience in Kimmel. That's cool. Thank you, Mr. Collins. Thank you, man. Appreciate the kind words, man. You checked your email and saw that the party was happening here? Is that what this is? Uh-oh. I better get started then. Where's Brent? God. You could go for some Arby's right now. You're feeling rough. Johnny, Johnny. I thought that was cool, that little video you sent and tagged me on Facebook. You said, hey, Joe, here's my Arby's. No drive through, and I'm not stopping. Yeah, it looked like it was late at night, man. And I was like, I don't know if I'd stop there either, to tell you the truth. Johnny's very close to going to Taco Bell. Man, I haven't had that in a while. I tell you, man, I had some kind of, when I got home early this morning, man, there was some kind of Hungry Man double XL, supposed to be like some kind of burrito or something in the freezer. I won't never have that again. I heated that thing up for like, I think it said, what, 2.5, 3 minutes? And I went to go eat it, and there was just like orange goo all in it. And I was like, why is this stuff orange? I had me some chicken noodle soup. I said, what the heck is this? I ain't having that again. You can forget that. Yeah, Johnny says that Arby's is sketchy at night where he lives. Yeah, it looked like it too, man. And that looked like an old school Arby's too. Like they haven't even upgraded that building at all. Yeah, I know, man. See, I'm using my smartphone for this live feed so I can have my audio going in and everything will sound okay. And the comments come up, but I can't read them for right here, so I have to lean up to read them because they're so small on this phone. So I apologize, man. I know it's aggravating, but that's the only way I can read them. I'm getting old, man. Where's my magnifying glass, man? Come on. Johnny, you had a few too many last night? You had a few too many what? Teas? What, hot teas? Hot toddies? I don't know. What'd you have too many few of, Johnny? Be a little bit more self-explanatory, please. Elaborate. Yeah, that's 7/8. Yeah, fart beast. Yeah, yeah. I guess it could be, but it doesn't bother me. But I don't know, man. It probably will soon. Oh, I know, Jay. I got you, man. Oh, I know, man. I know. It's all good, brother. Hey, man, I'm the kind of dude I can take a joke. You know what I mean? I'll make fun of myself before I make. I don't make fun of nobody, but I know. I'm. Hey, man, it's all good. That's how you have fun, man. That's how you have a good time. So it's all good, my friend. Yeah, man. Thank you for being here, Mr. Larry Riker. He says, John, did you have too many spicy ramen noodles or romaine, whatever it is? Oh boy. Oh, Johnny. Okay. Okay. I got you. What? 30? I don't see Johnny, man. Damn. I don't see you doing that, man. Good Lord. Man. Wow. Johnny partying, man. Good Lord. I don't see Johnny doing that at all. But then again, like he said, I don't tell you guys everything. Which you shouldn't. I mean, I don't either, Certain things do not to be need to be discussed. What was that thing Sammy said? What is understood doesn't need to be discussed. Man, I can't talk today. And I didn't have anything to drink. I just had water, and some Sprite. I don't know. What's a cure for a hangover and Taco Bell? I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, the chicken. What is that? Well, I don't know if they still have that here. What was that the naked chicken chalupa or whatever? I don't even know if they still have that. Miss Ann says, take some Pepto Bismol. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Johnny is heading back to Home Depot to check out another light. Okay, I thought you got because you sent me the picture of the light you got. So you're going to get another one so you can have some more light happening. I reckon. Wow. Okay. 703. Pepto. No way. Y'all are crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think we've all had to go that route a few times with the it coats, soothes, and relieves. Pepto Bismol. It's I know I have, only in desperate occasions. Oh God, something just sounds really off here. And plus, these are new strings too. New strings. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my snark is helping me out. Good old snark. Do y'all like clip-on tuners? I love mine. I love this snark tuner, man. Look at that. That's just amazing. So fast. Worry about anything. Oh, the other light you had, Johnny Bean says he took it back because it was a floor spotlight. Oh, okay. I told you to get a clip on, man, like what I got. A clip on light. Wait, a light that, has the clip. Oh. Uh, uh, Johnny. Yeah, it turns certain things another color because that's the bismol. That's what it's supposed to do. My doctor told me that when I went to the doctor a while. Well, it was, I don't know, close to 6 months ago, and he said that's what it's supposed to do. Oh, Larry Riker says he stocks up on Snark tuners around Black Friday. That's a great idea, man. Because I like to get a couple more just to have. I've only got this one, so I'd like to get another one. Thank you, Jay. 7/8, man. You have a great day too, my friend. Thank you, man. Be safe. Yes. You guys be great. Johnny Bean, yes, tonight on YouTube, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. Should be Wolfgang Wednesday tonight on Johnny Bean's channel. So if you're just watching this for the first time on the replay and you love guitars and stuff like that, check out Johnny Bean on YouTube, man. Check him out. He's got some cool stuff, to talk about. Sometimes Van Halen gear, Van Halen guitars, other guitars too, and other things they chat about. So it's pretty cool, man. It's funny. You know, it's a pretty great environment, I think. So check him out. Cool guy, Johnny Bean on YouTube. Yes. Johnny Bean on Electra Records and 8 tracks and cassettes. Johnny, what are you doing on 8 tracks? All right, we're about ready to wrap up, folks. Been almost an hour, man. Mike Morrison says, if I can only keep one guitar, which one would it be? Oh, man. Oh, man. Only keep one? Dang. That's. Look at me slouching like I'm a kid. Like, oh, man. Like I'm in trouble or something. Oh, dang, man. I guess the Wolfgang Special, man. I reckon. I love all of them. They all have a special meaning to me, but I guess the Wolfgang Special, I reckon. Cause, especially I love my Hendrix Strat, made in Mexico, of course, but I love that guitar. It plays so great. I love this guitar. But anyway, to answer your question, if it was only one, I guess it'd be the Wolfgang Special, if it had to be that way, which I pray to God it never would. Put too much time and money into this stuff, man. A lot of overtime and paychecks over the years to try to get some of this stuff. Still behind the 8 ball on some of it. Brent has 3 of the Snark tuners. Wow. Larry Riker says, check out the famous Warwick Guitar Factory. In the Gibson videos. That place is amazing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this. Yeah, Mike Morrison said, yes, that was a tough question. I know. I would keep my Wolfgang special as well, he says. Yeah, man, that is tough. That's that's torture, ain't it? Wow. Man. All right, guys, I'm out of here, man. I gotta go. I've been here an hour. It's time to ride. My maximum time I like to do anything if I can help it. Videos, podcast style or whatever is about an hour. You know, you don't want to be on here too long. You know. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the questions and the laughter, the fun. Yes, thank you everybody. Wow, look at that. This hand says, on the road again. yeah, pretty soon, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Morrison. Thank you, Brent C. Rocks. Thank you, Jim Guidry. Everybody, 7 over 8, Johnny Bean, Mike Morrison, Brent C. Rocks, Miss Ann, Center was in here. Who else? Mr. Ennis, I believe, was here. Who else, man? Who were those producers and those publishers? I can't remember their name. Wow. Maybe they'll come back. Okay. We will see you later. Take care, everybody. Until next time, this is Joe. Have a great day. God bless. Take care. Peace. Here's a pick for you.